All right, in this video, I'm gonna look at some TikTok videos of your carpenter tips that you've been posting, see what I think about them. I like to post a lot of tips myself, and I love the feedback you guys give. Some good, some not so good, so let's dive into it. Carabiner with bits in it. 100%. I love this because I tend to lose bits all the time, and I try to put them in a box, then I lose the box. So this is smart, but I don't know, unless you have your bags on you all the time, you might even lose that carabiner too, so
Quick tip for us, I had a youngster with me a while back. He's never swung a hammer before, just left school, he was sort of struggling. So I got him to nail the noggins in, they're moving all over the show, up and down. So one quick tip, get the nails started. Piece of batten, cut to the length there, it's going to go in.
Why wouldn't you just use a nail gun? 100% no. I would never do this nor teach someone to do that. I would use a gun. That's just a waste of time. Nope. Okay, we got a Craig jig screwing in to make what here? Trex decking corner. Nice tight corner. Yeah, if you're doing Trex decking and you're not using face screws and you're using the hidden clip system, that's definitely a good way to do it for sure. So cutting out a window with this router is actually harder than he's making it look. And he's actually going a little bit slow. I like to just drill a hole in the corner and then use a Sawzall. And plus you'd have to buy that tool, and a lot of you guys aren't gonna buy that tool. It's probably $300 for that router, battery DeWalt router. So it's easier in my opinion to use a Sawzall to cut through windows, but that is one way to do it. I've done that way and broken a lot of blades, and those things are expensive, so it's just, to me, I'd rather use a Sawzall. I'm really not sure what I just witnessed. However, sometimes after building, I feel like doing that to my level too. Oh. Actually, don't do that, that's really dumb.
You need to measure a board in half, thirds, or even quarters. Instead of measuring across, this here is 525, and trying to work out the measurements in between. Move your tape on an angle to an easy.
Do an even number and divide it by 2.
To mark half, mark exactly.
Of course, he's in England. We don't have those tape measures here, but yes. I actually have this video on my TikTok as well, where you can take your measurement and just go to the nearest even number, divide that by 2 to find half, thirds, quarters, whatever you want. That's definitely a good one.
I made up these nice little U-brackets for holding up fascias, so I just sort of put them on there, and you can cramp that like that. When I'm working on my own, and then you can just pop the fascia in, and it just holds it up there, and you got all the movement that you want.
Who installs fascia by themselves? He's got a 2-foot piece there, and you definitely need to put up bigger ones than that, so I don't know. Don't work alone, guys, if it's too dangerous. Putting up fascia by yourself, just why do that in the first place?
Now, I've shown you guys how to fix this issue before. That's when the top of the door does not want to close because it's hitting the top of the jamb. But I've never shown you some of the specialty tools to fix that. Now, your first instinct might be to throw a large screw behind that hinge, but that doesn't always work, and that's where this comes in. We also have a specialty pin remover, so the first step is to remove the top and middle pin. Next, we're going to pick it up and slide a shim in there. Next, we're going to use the wrench to bend the 3 knuckles on the door to match the 2 knuckles on the jamb. So we got to bend them that way.
Yep, typically it's not the actual hinge that's screwed into the jamb itself, but it's where the pin goes in. From kids hanging on the door, all the weight coming down on the door is going to mess that top hinge up. So you always see the top of the door hitting the door jamb and not the bottom, and that's what's going on. That's definitely a good way to fix it. No, 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 no. Never use your tape as a straight edge. It'll always move on you. If you don't want to make an accurate cut, try it, but no, absolutely not.
Cool thing about these like off-white ones, when you screw them on, if you've been doing like 100 of them and you're just like tired and you need to get it tight and your wrists are killing you, you can take your 6-in-1 and the 5/16 fits right on the end.
That's literally
really
no faster than
thing
using
home.
your hand.
Here's a building hack you might not already know. Here I have a bolt that's stopping my block from sitting flat. I'm not going to waste my time measuring. I'm going to hit the block and mark the location of the bolt that way.
Yes.
And then I make the recess with whatever tools I have on hand.
Yep. Absolutely.
Look at that.
Never waste the time
Easy.
to measure that out. Always just set the wood on top, hit it, and it's gonna indent the wood exactly where you need to route that out. That's perfect.
Pro tip, if you're having trouble making contact with the nail, turn your hammer around and use the flat side.
That's awesome.
Pro tip.
Love it. Oh. Oh, why? Dude, I'm just trying some of the hacks. That's a great one. Hate stripping screws. Love that trick. What is he marking on? That's on, yeah, particle board or plywood. It's a way to do it if you're by yourself.
Did you know if you do this with your cordless drill it does this?
Mine does that actually.
I like to put a razor blade on my multi-tool, and then here we go.
Never done that, doesn't really seem safe, but I haven't really had the need to do that either. Yes, flip and square it up, or flip and scribe it, makes it square every time. I use that all the time in building, it's perfect.
Speed square tips. So say you want to draw a 4-inch line. Take your pencil, you mark where you want to put it. And you take your pencil, put in the notch that's according to the 4-inch, or wherever you want to draw your line.
She's learning
Press
young.
firmly.
You could definitely use the notches and slide down on straight lumber.
Drag.
All right, I love all these tips and tricks. Some are hilarious. Some are actually really good. Remember to always be learning. Don't think you know it all. I still love watching these and using them on my daily builds. And if you haven't checked out my other videos, make sure to click on the link below. Check out some of these popping up.